I'm instructor Old Fox, part of International Legion, 4th Battalion, 2nd Company. I'm instructor for combat medicine and for combat medics. I'm from Romania. This is my native country. My part in the Legion is not only train the new candidates that become after that recruits the general basic of medicine, combat medicine most especially, and tactical medicine, but also to train future combat medics on the field to be ready to do their job as combat medics. I joined the Legion this month will be exactly 1 year since I'm in the Legion. I've been in other units before. In the Legion, the first part was really difficult because as a foreigner, you're supposed to start from zero. Majority of the mistakes that were done in the past were because people thought they are prepared for this war. No, you have to train. You have to start all over again. I'm military reserve in Romanian army, but nevertheless, what we train there is totally different from what is here. So I decided from the moment that I arrived that I need to be trained as infantry. You never know when you go in deployment and you have to act as your main job, which is infantry, then combat medicine. I was in Bosnian War. I met there for the first time Spetsnaz. Was totally different because it was a war of snipers, most likely. Totally different of being chased by drones, especially, and artillery. So, but yes, we had mines, we had snipers, we had all fun. Nevertheless, we had way less missions like here, because here it's a constant battle. In Bosnian War, were missions, majority of them still remain classified, but in majority of the missions were to support and to counter sniper. First of all, every single soldier that arrives in Ukraine, especially as foreigner, we try to inoculate them the idea that what they know is very little with what is here. So they have to start understanding and working from zero. Why? Majority of the soldiers we had in the beginning were with Afghanistan experience, Iraqi experience, moments when you had basically almost everything available at you. Evacuation 10-15 minutes by helicopters usually or Humvees. Here is totally different situation. Here you are your first medic. If you're not able to survive the first moments of an impact, then basically your fate is almost sealed. In this situation, we try to make them understand that every single second counts. In majority of the situations in the beginning, many soldiers think that they know it, but when we ask them to practice, when we make them in pairs, we realize that they understood or not. So we keep repeating during all the trainings. We have like 2 or 3 days for theory, then practice, practice, practice. Every single time that they are in the range, or every single time they have drills, we combine tactical drills with medicine. So we have situations and we do simulations that the soldiers get injured, someone has to take care of them. To make sure that they understand, and not only understand, they act on instinct. They don't wait for anyone to give them instructions what to do, because we keep telling them the instructors are not going to be there with you. If you're lucky, probably one. But in the majority of the situations, you have to cope yourself with your friend or with your ally. So you cannot leave him there. You have to assist him. It's the same situation like you would be in a car crash, and you just pass by and the police will see you that you didn't stop to give first aid. We have soldiers speaking good English, we have soldiers speaking good Spanish, but we have soldiers speaking other languages, and we have to try to understand if they understood what we give them as information or not. For example, we have soldiers from Taiwan, we have soldiers from South Korea now. So every single sort of language barrier, you have to overcome it and avoid it. We have one of the guys that I personally trained together with Ukrainian commanders. He is now at the level of battalion medic because he's actually the only one standing. Unfortunately, it's a war where the Russians are using every single opportunity to kill the medics, knowing that a good medic could save a lot of lives in the battlefield. So those lives saved will start doing their job again. So they tried their best to kill medics. We had medics lost in the battlefield. We had medics wounded badly. But we still have people out there doing a lot of medicine. We have people that manage to help themselves, and they're sending us pictures with allies being saved by them, or even on their own because they had injuries. I have one of my medics, they sent me yesterday pictures. He had a big wound on his hand. He applied the tourniquet on himself, but he still helped the others. So as far as I understood, he's going to be commended for a medal because he did what he was trained to do. They always say, thank you, sir, for the teaching, because thanks to you, we are alive. For instance, the first medic we trained was a girl from, as far as I remember, Lithuania. She was speaking very good English, very good Russian. She learned a lot. She go in the field. We had a discussion that medic must do everything, including infantry job. She was always arguing, no, I'm not going to dig trench. Yes, you're going to dig trench. She called me and said, sir, you are right. The first thing that I did was to dig my own hole. Yes, that's the first thing that you do as infantry. And after that, she started to do her job as medic. She said that based on what we teach her, how to walk, how to react in the field, she managed to avoid mine because she was almost to lose her leg. But because of the training she got with us, she's alive, she's okay. Listen to your instructors. And don't think you know it all. No, you don't. Even instructors are going in the battlefield to update the information we know. Why? Because some things are changing. The Russians are learning from our own mistakes, and they use our own mistakes against us. So we have to adapt. Every single time someone gives you an advice, try to take it as such. Because many, many times you say, okay, I know that, I've heard about that. Don't assume you know it. No, you know nothing. Once that you're out there and you see with your own eyes what's happening there, you will start remembering everything. If you have learned, if you have paid attention. If you are sleeping in your classes, good luck.
I'm from Norway. I've had like, I don't know, 20 different jobs, but last job I had was a blacksmith where you forge metal. And I've been a chef and a painter, and yeah, I've worked as a serviceman in a telephone company. I don't know, a bit of electrician, different things. I've been in Ukraine for over a year and 2 months, and I've been in the Legion on and off for about 4 or 5 months. Been to drone school in the meantime, or actually 2 different schools. The hardest thing is uncertainty. You don't know what's going to happen, when, how long. Sometimes it's about being tired, sometimes it's about food, sometimes it's about how long are you going to get incoming artillery, sometimes it's how long do you have to stay. How long is it until you can go see your loved ones? So it's basically time, I guess, is the hardest thing. With the people you work with is the most interesting. But if you mean like combat-wise, hearing your first grad missile is quite interesting. It's like nothing you've heard in civilian life. But as far as working when you're not on the front line, the people is very interesting. You see many different people, different characters. Of course, some you don't get along with, but some you really do get along with, and that camaraderie is very valuable and makes a good impression. We, on reconnaissance mission during nighttime, it's very easy with thermal vision to see the enemy. And we spotted Russians, then our bombers come in and they bomb them. And it's almost like watching a YouTube video. It becomes a bit surreal because you know that this is people dying just right next to you, but you're just watching a white person falling over, and you see almost like a mist around them. So yeah, spotting them and letting our guys take them out is successful, but it makes you wonder the value of a life. Of course, they are our enemies, but we're all humans, I guess. So it's. I even have promised some donors that I have that I will give them some names, and I'm gonna at least say 2 names. One is Rhino, and the other one is hang on, Arnstein and Rhino. Those are 2 drones. My weapon, in Norwegian tradition, we give the weapon a female name because you should love your weapon and take good care of it. And my old weapon was called Tonje, but I think my girlfriend is going to be a bit upset about that, so let's call her Anna for now. I plan to probably continue working on drones, either up towards the military or private contracting. I have also some ideas for my own designs on propellers and drones that I have been working on. So I'm interested in further developing that. But I want to live in Ukraine. I have found a special someone. I have already talked to my commander about citizenship, and either way I'm staying here. I will probably buy a house, and my dream is to have a little backyard with some ovochi. And yeah, I really love Ukraine, so I have no plan on going back. Legion for me? Ooh, that's a big question. Never giving up. That's what Legion is for me. We want to win. We want to show them that we're still here, we're still fighting. That's what Legion is for me.
Слава Україні!